QIT Sports, Ben Mankiewicz. In basketball, if you're an NBA fan particularly, you know about the makeup call. There's so many calls in hoops that a referee can make that it's always within reason that if he knows he made one and he blew one, it's pretty easy to give it back later. Because frankly, in basketball and in the NBA, which is the contact, the physicality in the NBA, I think until you go to a game and sit in press row or on the front row, you may not realize, certainly you don't realize on TV if you're sitting back, how unbelievably physical this game is. You could call a foul on every play. So referees, a difficult job. But when they blow one, and they know they blow one, you just call something later and it evens it out. That's the theory. Probably not a great way to go about your job, but it's a theory. Well, now an NBA referee named Bill Spooner has taken on a writer named John Krawczynski, spelled differently than the guy from The Office. It relates to a game between the Minnesota Timberwolves, where Kevin Love, the fifth best player in the NBA, plays, and the Houston Rockets back on January 24th. There has been no NBA game in the history of the world that's less significant, but nonetheless an interesting thing develops. According to the story that ESPN reported, Timberwolves coach Kurt Rambis, who my brother says I look like, I don't take that as a compliment. He was arguing with the referee, Bill Spooner, over a call, and Rambis asked, believing that the call was so egregious, how his team was supposed to get the 2 points back that the bad call resulted in. The ref claims, Bill Spooner says he didn't respond to that because it's the kind of thing coach says all the time, but Krawczynski, the writer, then posted on Twitter that in fact what Spooner said to him was this. This is Krawczynski's tweet, quote, he told Rambis he'd get it back after the bad call. And then, according to Krawczynski, Spooner went ahead and made an even worse call on the Rockets, and he says that's NBA officiating, folks. Well, what apparently now is happening is that ESPN has reported earlier in the week that the Associated Press writer is being sued by the referee over defamation of character because he says that couldn't have been right. Be a totally interesting case, freedom of speech on one side, a degree of sort of slander on the other, or I guess libel, hard to say, it's a tweet. And what exactly, whose protection is greater here? Because if Bill Spooner were a public figure, it'd be a no-brainer. Krawczynski can say anything he wants. But he's probably not a public figure, even though he's certainly out in the public as an NBA referee. I'd be interested to see how that goes. And obviously, Krawczynski is off the hook completely if it's true, and I don't think he'd write it if it wasn't true, but it's unclear who told him that unless he heard it himself. Anyway, fascinating story. There are unquestionably makeup calls in the NBA, and if Bill Spooner, the referee, went ahead and promised a makeup call, that's a very, very, very big story. Except it isn't a big story because it will merely confirm what we already know.